Okay, what's up, everybody? So today was a tough day, very tough day, and an interesting one at that. So, really, sure this is going to be a. Let me do the recap first of the trade I took, as you can see here, and then I will do the. Then I'll do kind of like a missed trade that I was down in here. That I'll get into. All right, so let's start it off. So let's think about where it is we are in price first, right? So coming into today, I was trying to figure out where it is we wanted to go. Obviously, we're very bullish, and we still are bullish. But what I saw was we had a London low come in and sweep these equal lows in here, right? You'll see a lot clearer here. So this is Asia low, 8:15. This is London low at 4 a.m. So I was looking for that to give me somewhat of a bias, right? Which I got. It's bullish. Cool. So I'm like, all right, cool. We're bullish. If we're bullish, where are we going? Where are we bullish to? That's what I had to think to myself. I said we go to the 2 standard deviations of the manipulation leg, which is this, right? 2 standard deviations. You can see where that puts us in, right? 2 standard deviations somewhere over here. Let me just draw that in. Boom. So now we know. Let me put this. Let me just type on this here. 2SD. All right, cool. So this is my pretty much overall target for the day. I honestly had mine a little bit higher. I did it based off the H1, but looking back, this is the actual move here. This is where we started pumping from this part, this high to this low. That's where the real pump started. So, but before I think I had it something like this, but that's incorrect. Definitely, that's the pump there. Okay, cool. So, coming in. We are pretty much just bullish. We have this. I'll go over this in a second. But this whole time I'm like, all right, cool. Where are we going? All right, we're going up. How are we gonna get higher? Where are we going? How can I get in? All right, so we have this move up, and this whole time I'm like, all right, I need some form of liquidity so I can get in. All right, where can I find this liquidity? And luckily, we came in here and we created equal lows. I'm like, all right, cool, great, equal lows. Now I can look for a trade. Price comes down, sweeps those equal lows, great. At the time, I was looking at this. I said, ooh, great. All right, if we come and break that, I'll be in. But I was also a little hesitant because we have these 3 candles. We have an FEG here. If it were that I was to get in, my stop goes below, and then we can't leave this open. I don't really like taking trades like that, but, you know. Price comes in, gives us a reaction from it. This candle was crazy in the moment at 10:30. It literally opened, went up a little bit, came like this, and you just see the candle like it literally just printed like this. In the course of a second, it printed like that. So this was the low, and then this was, it just wicked all this. We're like, yo, and then the next second it pulled right back to like that. I was like, what the hell is that? That's crazy. But yeah, it was cool to watch that. So looking at that in price, I'm like, all right, cool. This is not my manipulation leg. This is not my manipulation. All right. We had these equal lows. Yes, we stopped here, but this is 100% a sweep now, because this would have induced people to start coming in, buying, and now all those people are out. Price comes back lower. We get a very tiny FEG in here, and that's where I decided to enter. All right. So, boom. FEG, we close, and you can see my entry is pretty much spot on at the open of the candle in here, like so, a little bit lower. Great. Now, my stop loss was like that. Don't know how I stayed in it, but I did. I stayed in it by one tick, pretty much. I was like, oh, that's crazy. So yeah, we were in. Let me delete this one here now. And this was the trade. I had my first target was here at these highs at 2.7R, and obviously second target was at the second target was the 2 standard deviations to finish off that run, right? So 5R trade overall is what it would have been. Looking back, okay, well, let's kind of go through the trade. So we're still in, we push higher, go break even at this point. These highs went break even, great. Price comes up, and then we immediately tank down to my break even point. And I was like, I probably could have played that a little bit better in these equal highs in here. But I was like, if we come to these equal highs, why wouldn't we also take this one out? I'm not sure if on a lower time frame that's unmitigated. Let me check on the 2 minute. Now the 2 minute is fine. Also, it's mitigated. So I'm like, I'm a little confused. I'm like, oh, what the hell? But you know what? That's just how it goes. And this was a break-even trade, really close. I was taking off 60% of my volume here, and then I was gonna let the other 2 run. But as you can see, we got stopped out. It is what it is. And yeah. So that is essentially the trade recap from today. The 15th of September. A bit unfortunate, but that's how it goes. Now, with regards to this trade down here, this trade is everything except for one thing. And you know what that is? Liquidity. And there's no sweep of liquidity at 9:30. That suggests to me, yeah, we can get in this, right? $8.40. Yes, there's a sweep of liquidity here, right? That's already. Let me check on the 5 minute real quick. $8.40. Right, so in here, that hasn't been mitigated as yet, as in the target. Oh no, it has, or very close to the target in here. So I wasn't really paying it any mind. As you see, I don't take these types of trades just because it's a trade to take. I really don't like operating like that. Continuations are fine, yeah, but there needs to be some form of a sweep of liquidity for me to take a trade. Now, if it is that we were down here, this is the sweep of liquidity. This is the inverse. Alright, so down here, that's the inverse. We close above. I enter, stop below. That's fine to me because I'm still entering based off of that inverse. And to be quite honest with you, I probably wouldn't even take the inverse. I would probably take it off the order block because there's no inverse in the leg that actually sweeps liquidity overall. So it's a bit unfortunate that I wasn't able to get in this one, because this one would have been, again, another banger. Let's say I'm doing the same thing, right? Get in here, stops below the low, break even point. First target, we don't have one. Just kind of crazy to think about. So how I would do that is I would go like this, 2 standard deviations, and you can see this is my overall target, and that's where I'd be looking to take my trade up to these 2 standard deviations, probably in here, I would probably take a little bit off. Yeah, pretty close to 2 hours, so I'd probably take a little bit off there and then let the rest run. But you know what? It is what it is. Tomorrow's another day. We do have interest rates on Wednesday, so is it Wednesday or is it Thursday? Let me just check real quick. When do we have interest rates? Wednesday, right? So I'm not trading Wednesday at all. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for the review for today. Hope everyone has a good day.